It's been a party of a preseason led by the Buffalo Sabres,
Damn straight.
whose vibes are in frickin' orbit right now. Their bodies are in Europe because they opened first on Thursday or Friday, they played in Munich, right?
Yes.
Thursday, Friday? Munich against
Red Bull
München last week.
Yep.
And that was incredible. And they've named Rasmus Dahlin captain. We saw Lindy wear a cool hat. Everything is looking great for our Buffalo Sabres right now. And let's just start with it was Friday. They just leaned into the Germany of it all. Mm-hmm. And that's what you got to do. I was in Prague when the Bruins opened there, and David Krejci, like Zdeno Chara, who is from Slovakia, but like every time they would get off a bus, it was like they were the Beatles there because everyone was like, "Oh my God, David Krejci is here!" And with all due respect to David Krejci, like that just doesn't happen in North America. But some of these guys are heroes back home. So when JJ Peterka is stepping off a bus in Munich, and that is his hometown. He's not from like South Munich or a suburb. He is from Munich. That place going absolutely nuts for him. And as somebody who's bullish on the Sabres, I absolutely love it.
Very cool scenes. Loved him scoring. The crowd was great. Biggest thing of that whole trip, though, is got to be not the Lederhosen, but Lindy wearing the hat. Lindy wearing the hat was
whole coaching staff wearing the hat, but Lindy in particular.
But who cares?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about the Buffalo Sabres coaching staff?
I do a little bit, but point heard. Point taken.
So the Buffalo Sabres coaching staff is
Lindy Ruff. Yeah.
And Lindy Ruff is associates.
Can I ask
fair.
What makes this, and I'm asking this matter-of-factly. I'm not asking it sarcastically or anything. And I have been polling for Lindy to be the Buffalo Sabres head coach for months ahead of when they hired him. So, like, I love that Lindy's there. But what makes this so much cooler than when coaches do this all the time for these outdoor games?
Because it's Lindy Ruff.
It absolutely is way cooler than, like, because we've seen this happen a million times. I think it is because it's Lindy Ruff. I also think it's because it's in Germany. And it's somewhere else. It's not like, hey, we're playing outside in Foxborough, so I'm going to put on a hat because it's cold and it's old-fashioned.
Here's my two reasons why I think it works better than any other situation. Number one, because I can see Lindy Ruff being the guy that's like, I'm not going to do that shit, and I'm not going to play this game. So to see him actually doing it is very cool.
It kind of gives the same vibes that I think like Tort's doing it would, where it feels like he's doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't want to shave his head, but his daughter hates the hair, so he's shaving the head.
It's like we love Father John Misty, but when Father John Misty like plays the game, we're like, yes, because you want him to be like beloved by more people. So when Lindy does it and plays the game, we're like, yes, there you go, buddy. And number two, when a lot of other guys do it, they don't look natural. They don't look the part. They look like they're cosplaying. Like it looks like it's Halloween for them. Lindy looked like he was just transported from like an LA noir.
But in the case of both Father John Misty and Lindy Ruff, I'm like, it takes him playing the game a little bit for you to like him. He's the coolest. Like, I love Lindy. I love Lindy anyway.
I don't know if Lindy's the coolest.
Don't.
Oh, man, he tore up the sphere.
And I feel like people don't have an opinion about him for the most part. Most people don't. Most people definitely don't care about Lindy Ruff.
So, like, most people don't think highly of him because they don't think of him?
Yes.
Kind of thing?
I also think that, but if people did care about any Lindy, it would be Buffalo Lindy.
Yes.
Like, Buffalo Lindy is tiers above any other Lindy.
Okay, well, I tried to bet or DFS on his Jack Adams odds, which I think I tried to do anyway when they first hired him, and it just wasn't available. Still not seeing any DFS or gambling odds there on him. But I know that I have only felt more and more reassured in my faith in Lindy and my support of the Lindy hire. You know, Sean, I'm constantly going to like check in on your Lindy approval rating. At last we checked, you're in on this.
Yeah, completely. Like,
and now you have to be all in on it after that.
I mean, the hockey reasons that I wasn't in on it still stand, I guess, but I don't care about those anymore. The vibes are just so fucking high that I'm riding those until it gets to November and they're like second to last in the division, and they'll be like, okay, vibes don't matter as much anymore. But right now, it's a fun time to be
I
a
was
Sabres
going to
fan.
say, like, famously, the Buffalo Sabres, their big problem has been vibes over the past 2 years, for sure.
Having
100%.
Jeff Skinner just like
Yeah.
wasn't cool. They fucking threw Jeff
They
Kahn.
had Jeff Kahn.
They
yeah.
had Jeff Kahn, shout out friend of the podcast, Catherine Fitzgerald, who I think coined that. I don't know if anybody else called it Jeff Kahn. I think she like tweeted about it being Jeff Kahn, and then we like that's all we needed. And we're like, okay, per a Buffalo sports writer, it's called Jeff Kahn.
I need to point this out, just realizing this now. For any Sabres fans that are watching this is not a DeMar Hamlin jersey. This is an EJ Manuel jersey. I just wanted to point that out because
I love you so
shout
much
out
for
DeMar
clarifying
Hamlin,
that.
but this is an EJ Manuel jersey.
I do love
Can
that
we
you
make-
clarified that.
Somebody, whoever does the What Chaos memes thing, make one of those black and white quote graphics that picture of him, fucking screen grab that, and then it says, "This is not a DeMar Hamlin jersey."
I was
DePaz.
looking at myself and I was just like, any Sabres fan that sees this is going to see this jersey and be like, oh, he's one of those
Sean,
guys.
do one of these. Do like a proud, like this is, yeah. So people can see the three, and so it's gonna be that. It's gonna say this is not a DeMar Hamlin
just
jersey.
to clarify, I only like players that have been alive for their
No,
whole
I
lives.
love DeMar Hamlin. You got a pick last week, but I'm a bigger fan than buying a DeMar Hamlin jersey last year. I've had this EJ Manuel jersey for several.
Hey, thanks for watching the channel.
We appreciate everybody who checks out our stuff, but 80% of our viewers are not actually subscribed to this page. So if you could smash that subscribe button, it would go a very long way for us.
The more subscriptions we have, the more visibility we get from YouTube, which allows us to do more.
So press that button. Thank you. I'm very happy for DeMar Hamlin. I'm very happy for EJ Manuel. I believe that EJ Manuel is a pretty successful broadcaster
Yeah, for the
now.
ACC network. Yep.
Yeah.
And I like of all
Florida
of
State national champion.
of all the swings the Bills took at quarterback, EJ Manuel was the one where I was like, yeah, let's hope this works.
Hope it works, sure. But in the moment, I was just like, this is the one. It was a year where there was only one quarterback drafted in the first round. And I was like, I don't like that. And then next was Geno Smith.
Yeah, but do you remember what they did? I believe the first round quarterback they took before him was 2004, where Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, in no particular order because it went Eli, Rivers, Roethlisberger famously. And the Bills were like, yeah, trade up, JP Lossman.
JP motherfucking Lossman.
This is a good quarterback class. Get one.
Speaking of which, I have a Trent Edwards jersey in my closet too. I'm gonna pull that out.
Trent Edwards was cool. Stanford, third round pick, I want to say.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, so that's your Buffalo Sabres talk. If you thought the vibes ended with Lindy wearing a hat, you're wrong. Can we get Henry Jokiharju announcing the starting lineup for that Germany game? Electric, Sean.
Yeah, so on the goal today, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen! Backhand, me. Yeah! And on the Dahlin. Up front, we got Alex Tuck. And Tay Stubbs. And on left wing, we have the superstar himself. The reason why we're here, the future of the German hockey, JJ Peterka!
The reason why we're here.
The future of German hockey. Go fuck yourself, Leon Draisaitl, respectfully.
Weird stray, but the reason why.
No, that's
That's
the
not a stray.
logical conclusion for anybody listening to
That
that.
like we're okay, but I just think the reason why we're here, the future of German hockey, JJ Peterka, is like 4 walls are not enough. We're going to need extra walls to run through because that just fires you up so much. Because despite him being a 28 goal scorer last year, I still feel like there's a tinge of if you know, you know on JJ Peterka. That seeing a clip of him being referred to, just like you zoom out, somebody being referred to as the reason why we're here is borderline biblical. I love that.
I mean, I love the future of German hockey line. That's so funny when a top 5 player in the league is the only other German hockey player.
Not true.
Quentin Byfield.
Not
already shared.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But still,
If we don't have a merch store yet, I don't believe we're working on it. But if we were to make shirts, I would say we should definitely make a shirt that's just the reason why we're here, the future of German hockey, and then like either that's just the shirt or like maybe on the back there's a JJ Peterka outline.
No, okay, so that's the obvious thing. I'm getting back into my one of one shirt makings. Made a killing in the compliments department at Vampire Weekend on Friday. Thank you to everybody. A guy came up to me at Sully's and was like, "Hey, I saw that shirt on Instagram." I was like,
"Yeah, it's probably mine."
Hell yeah. No, but like it was like shared by people at shit. Anyway, the next one of one, I don't believe I've made Sean one, but it will just say the reason in like a Sabres-ish font will say the reason why we're here, the future of German hockey. I'll also have to rewatch that because there may have been a swear in there.
I think there was. I think there might have been the fucking future of
the fuck
or the fucking reason why we're here.
Oh, I was gonna, if it's the fucking future of German hockey, that's absolutely a shot at Leon.
Roll tape back. We gotta find out.
Yeah, so on the goal today, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Backhand, me. Yeah. And on the Dahlin. Off front, we got Alex Tuck. And Taste Thompson. And on left wing, we have the superstar himself. The reason why we're here, the future of the German hockey, JJ Peterka! German hockey, JJ Peterka! Superstar himself. The reason why we're here, the future of the German hockey, JJ Peterka!
Of the German hockey?
The fucking future of German hockey.
The fucking future of the German hockey?
I don't know if there was another "the" in there.
There was a. Well, we'll forgive. The fucking future of German hockey is what is being
honestly, not really that much of a shot at Leon Draisaitl because Leon Draisaitl is the current of German hockey.
The present, and John Jason is up next. Well, the vibes in Buffalo are very high, and Sean, I like seeing you happy.
It's a great time to be alive. As of recording this, the Buffalo Bills are still undefeated. The Buffalo Sabres are still undefeated, I guess. Great time to be alive.
Let's make you a little happier. Why don't you reach behind you into that gray bag?
Oh, what?
Oh. Let's see what you got. A little present for Sean?
Oh, this is sick.
That is truly so sick.
That's hard.
DJ sent me that. I also got you a present. Then DJ sent me, he was like, I got this present for Sean. I was like, fuck, that present's so much better than the one I got him.
This is sick. I'm a long sleeve t-shirt guy too.
Yes, that is very, very you.
The oversized, like the overprint.
So good.
Pete, I told you the story of how that gift came. Do you remember? I don't know why I want to play a game of telephone instead of just
you were looking for something for yourself, I believe, right?
I was like, I'm so in on the Sabres. I'm going to do what I do a lot, which is like look up teams, like actual team stores online, like the online version of the store that you walk into, not the like NHL.com/whatever, and see what they have, because a lot of times you'll find fun things. And I was like, I'm going to get a cool piece. Just like one or two, because all I have Sabres-wise is the lovely Saberhood sweatshirt.
Oh, yes.
Although I do have something coming. I did eventually, after getting you that gift, a few days later, get myself something that I'll have for when we stream the Sabres game on Friday. But anyway, I was shopping on that site, saw that, and was like, I'm going to get this for Sean because it's the most Sean thing I've ever seen in my life. And then I'm going to close my browser because like I don't want this to be that is, at least to me, that is so good that I didn't want it to be a throw-in or the thing that gets you to free shipping.
That can't be like I also got this with my order. The thing that like that is the centerpiece, and that is 100%.
That is the future of sports clothing. That's the future of Buffalo Sabres merchandise.
You're gonna look so good in that. I'm so jealous.
This shot right here, by the way, me in my EJ Manuel jersey with my Sabres t-shirt and Bill Stanley Cup. God, I fucking love this.
I think I'm gonna make that the Instagram thumbnail.
That's a good idea. Does it worry you at all, either one of you, that you were so high on Sabres vibes right now?
Not me.
Let's not be mistaken. The Sabres are gonna break my heart. I'm just very much in on the vibes. It is going to come to an end. I know that with every fiber of my being. Similar to the Buffalo Bills. They're going to break my heart. I'm just enjoying it while I can.
We do also have to mention Rasmus Dahlin, now the captain.
Yes, which I absolutely love. 24 years young, wearing a C on that beautiful. He used to wear the R for Rasmus famously at the All-Star game. Now he's wearing the C for captain. Fantastic. Love the choice. And I believe I was on board. I think multiple people on here were on board with don't go Tuck. Tuck gets an A, which is awesome.
Sean was all about Tuck.
I like the idea of Tuck, but I I was more than fine with Dahlin was the rightful captain. I just like the vibes of the upstate
I
New
think
York,
that when you've
Western
been
New York.
spurned by your last captain or captain prior to Okposo, but like your last like star player captain, love you, Kyle, in Jack Eichel, I think doing the like give it to the local boy thing is kind of like, well, my family likes me.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
vibes.
it was. I think Pete made the point where it's just like, Dahlin is here for a while. We're not gonna even if you made Tuck the captain, there's no guarantee that he's gonna be the captain.
And like Dahlin is obviously an incredible player and like the future of that team on the blue line. But when we talked to him, he did have the air of like, listen, I know we're kind of shitheads sometimes. I know that we're like we play like babies sometimes, and we need to get that together. We need to tighten it up. So I like that guy being in charge of the ship.
And I like another thing he said in that interview was like his own personal growth, where he used to like not take care of himself, and now he is living with, or at least at the time was living with Zach Benson and like helping him take care of himself. That's something I like to see out of a captain.
Sabres are on the up.
Captain Rasmus.
Vibes are high.
Absolutely love it. So you said they're gonna break your heart. Do you feel like burned by them from last year, or are you just like
A little bit.
we'll try it again this year?
No, I feel a little bit burned by him last year.
Yeah, because you at least in the beginning you were kind of like
on them.
you're getting too high on them, which I admitted to doing, but
I don't really feel burned by
I feel
them
like you're
last
allowed
year.
to get too high on the Sabres. Like last year when people were getting carried away with themselves on the Sabres, my only issue was like there seemed to be a sense of like now or never, and it's like it's now or
Next year.
it's next year, and if it's not next year, is like Owen Power quitting? Like are these young guys like retiring or something? Just keep doing this every year.
Yeah. The only thing though, I did feel burned just because they came so close the year before, and it was so up for the taking last year that if they were gonna prove that like they could at least put together a fine season, they would have gotten into the playoffs last year. They were actively bad last season. They had a lot of bad luck, but also they were bad.
Do we agree? Would we categorize it? They deeply missed the playoffs last year. I would say they deeply missed the playoffs. They missed it by 7 points. They were still like very out of it, but like at the end, like 7 points.
It's still a
If you don't
significant
remember,
downgrade from 1 point, which it was by the year prior.
Okay. So I discounted that the reason for why vibes were so high last year because it was coming off of like they're right on the doorstep.
Yeah.
I think if you remove the context of basically everything and you look at last season, it's like, all right.
Seems like a Sabres season.
Yeah, fine. But when you put in the context of the season prior and the end of last season, it's just like, Jesus Christ. You need a little more than that.
We all silly like the mayor.